Good morning, welcome back, and happy May. Just going to let in people on our other meeting room. Okay, and thanks for joining us today. I apologize for all the noise on my last meeting. I don't think my kids have realized that I was already in session, but I appreciate your patience. And I will be pretty busy actually working now that there are many live music events that I am by profession a musician, so now I'm getting busy. So I will post our schedule. Basically, no meeting next Sunday for Mother's Day and the Victoria Day long weekend, and then hopefully we'll meet most of June. I would love to meet in person in the summer if anyone is interested, and so just keep me posted. Let's begin by getting into the mindful body. Our position that's strong and straight. If you haven't sat in practice for a little bit, this might evoke a flood of sensations and feelings and sensory input, memory, worry, all those things will come flooding in this downtime for you, your body, your mind, and spirit. And so just allow that to happen. And focus on the comforting aspects of being in practice rather than beating yourself up for not having done it enough. The familiarity of a deep breath. The confirmation of the strength in our perfect, imperfect bodies, our spines as straight as we can, our feet and sits bones as strong as we can make them. Our body in this posture is an allegory for living life, right? We want to be strong but flexible. And a lot of our suffering can come from not being flexible, from being unable to adjust when a wrench is thrown in the path of our goals. And taking several deep breaths, just noticing with relief and gratitude the rise and fall of the belly and torso. Be very compassionate about our breathing. Observe the urge to criticize the breath for being too shallow, too deep, too difficult. And just allow it to be what it is. The fact that we're breathing clean air pretty easily is a real blessing. So it's something to be grateful for. Again, committing to letting go of pass-fail assessments, the chronic achieving we put ourselves in. Whether a task is involuntary or a big life goal, we submit ourselves to the same difficult rite of passage. And just observing that and allowing it to be. For myself, if I find myself doing that, I say, hello, old friend, old self-critical friend, been with me longer than I can remember. Welcome back. And that diffuses a little bit of the seriousness and the negativity of our inner critic if we meet it with humor. Again, noticing any places of tension within the body, relaxing the hands, relaxing the face, neck, and shoulders. And as we continue into our practice, settling into the body, cycling through sound, through breath, and awareness, releasing tension and noticing where our body makes contact to the floor or chair. Let's notice the weight of our hands in our laps. Noticing any sounds outside of our practice rooms, maybe elsewhere in your house or office. Outside, I hear some very busy birds. And from that, just noticing all of the things that you think you have to get done on this beautiful Sunday. Spring brings with it this need to accomplish a lot in the physical world. Gotta rake my leaves, gotta reassemble the trampoline. And just, breathing through that, allowing ourselves to breathe through any pressure we feel to accomplish in order to feel self-worth. What is really important today is taking time for me, taking time to understand, taking time to nourish myself, if you've been doing this with me for a while, you don't need me to tell you that this saves time and saves suffering. And so just grateful for this time that we have together, breathing. Noticing the body. I was just reading recently as part of the neurological studying I do to teach mindfulness meditation. I'm really interested in the effects on our brain because I feel it, right? I hope you do too. And I would really like to be able to explain very succinctly the science behind it. And so one thing that's come across my path is the electromagnetic waves that our brains and hearts radiate. And these can travel quite a ways. In some holistic circle, this is the root of someone's vibe that you might click with or not click with, right? And of course, that has lots of discussion around it. But it just feels so empowering to know that I can radiate far away, and perhaps I can choose to radiate love and light. And that the more I choose to do that, the easier it gets, and the more I will see it around me. It seems like such a wonderful ability. And so I'd like to sit in the rest of our practice today, visualizing our hearts and minds stretching forth into the worlds around us, spreading forth a powerful white cleaning light, a strong sense of unconditional love for all of the brothers and sisters around me and all life around me. And so let's sit with this visualization for a few moments. With each breath, with each inhalation, tapping into the unlimited supply of love, abundance, peace, and wisdom that's available to us when we choose. And with each exhalation, releasing that into the world around us. And visualizing our breath going further and further, carrying this love and light. Restoration and gratitude. Imagine it being like a magic spell we're able to cast over the world around us, invisible and powerful. Again, with each inhalation, drawing upon the strength and wisdom and grace that's available to us. And with each exhalation, sharing that with our world. Allow it to fill up your body. Imagine it filling up your room and home. Visualize it reaching out to all of our neighbors and colleagues, all of whom have internal battles that we may know nothing about. Visualize our love and light being a shelter and comfort and a source of strength for all of our neighbors and colleagues that we don't know. Now let's visualize sending out the love and light to our family members and loved ones far away from us. With each inhalation, drawing upon the strength that's available to us, and with each exhalation, imbuing it to our loved ones. And just taking a moment to notice how easy and wonderful it feels to be an anonymous and powerful caretaker of our communities. Knowing that we're not doing this alone. We draw on great strength that's available to us outside of us. It can feel scary too to feel powerful. Sometimes it's easier to feel like a victim. Somehow acknowledging our true sense of great power comes with great responsibility to be accountable all the time. It's like in Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility, right? And that's true for all of us. Part of our journey is owning that, right? Owning that responsibility and the accountability that comes with it. And being compassionate to ourselves when we make a mistake, to try again. Let's continue this practice for a few more moments in silence. Exploring all of the thoughts and feelings that come to mind as we share love and compassion and light. As we own up to being powerful and accountable, what does that mean for us in a day-to-day, moment-by-moment reality? And as we wrap up our practice, taking a moment to take stock of how wonderful it feels to share love and light. Making a commitment together to doing this as much as we can today and all week, to come back to this moment of power and gratitude. And importantly, to be compassionate and forgive ourselves when we make a mistake and start again from zero. Thank you for joining me today. Looking forward to seeing you again soon. And a reminder, we are without class next week. But if I'm able to, I will post something online. I may be out of Wi-Fi range is all. And thank you again. Have a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful week.